So I want to ask you, are you a perfectionist? I think that I have something called perfection syndrome. I was diagnosed with it many, many years ago before I understood what it was. If you look up the definition of perfectionism, it actually gives it as a philosophy where one believes that, excuse me, I just gotta say, I haven't done a video in weeks because everything, it seems like, is going wrong, it can go wrong. And because I was a perfectionist, I'm sick, I'm too tired, I don't have enough time, I'm going to look too tired on camera, I'm going to sound awful, my kids are sick, the house isn't clean yet, whatever it is, the situation is not perfect, the environment is not perfect, and I just have a really hard time bringing myself to doing something because it doesn't feel right. And I'll tell you right now that that'll stop you from accomplishing anything right in your tracks. I didn't even want to do this flipping video on perfectionism because it's the middle of the day and it's not normally when I shoot videos, and you can hear my voice sounds like shit, and my hair isn't done, and my kids are out there. There's probably going to be noise in the background. But then there's that voice in the back of my head that said, that's why you have to do it right now. Because if you're going to do this YouTube thing, if you're going to help anybody, if you're going to inspire anybody, you have to push through your own stuff. You have to inspire yourself. You have to be the light for yourself before you can be it for anybody else. So that's really going to be my goal, I think, more than anything else with this channel, with what I talk about, is it's going to be my own stuff, but it's going to hopefully mirror and reflect for many other people out there, because we're all human. There's my kid pushing on the door. Hey, stop it. So I wanted to talk about perfectionism because as I was procrastinating doing this video, I was thinking, well, why am I not doing it? And then it came to me, because I'm being a perfectionist. Aha, that's what I'll talk about. Perfectionism and how it stops us in our lives. So I'm going to, look this up. I just looked up perfectionist, and then on Psychology Today, I can leave a link. So this is not my own thing. I'm not taking credit for this. It says 9 signs that you might be a perfectionist. 1, you think in all or nothing terms. So that's exactly what I was doing. It was like, well, if the situation is right, the environment isn't right, my script isn't right, the way that I look isn't right, my voice isn't right, I can't do it. I can't do it. All or nothing. Everything has to be just right, or it's not happening. 2, you think and then act in extremes. So yeah, if you make one little mistake, like, oh, I screwed up, I wasn't going to drink coffee for a week, and I drank it once, so screw it. I just forget it. I'm not going to not drink coffee. I'm going to drink 5 cups of coffee. I have to wait till next week till I can start again because I didn't do it perfectly. Can you relate to that? Number 3, you can't trust others to do a task correctly. You so rarely delegate. Oh my gosh, I'm terrible at this. I'm so terrible at this. I mean, I've gotten better since being married for 12 years and having 2 kids. I mean, you have to delegate. But I would get this from my mom, and I see myself in it now with my kids. Like, my mom she would complain that we didn't help her cook or we didn't help her do things. But then as soon as we started to help her, it would be like, no, you have to do it like this. You have to do it like this. And then she just ended up wanting to do it herself. And I see myself doing that. And, oh, it's a terrible way to be, especially for your kids. So I've been forcing myself to allow my kids, when they say they want to help cook, let them spill the stuff all over the counter. Let them have the beans go all over the floor. I mean, let them break something, God forbid, as long as, you don't want anybody to get hurt. But if there's a mess, fuck it. Number 4, I'm not supposed to swear on YouTube, I don't think. Number 4, you have demanding standards for yourself and others. Yes, I think I've already covered that. Yes, everything has to be perfect. Oh, shoot, it's not perfect. It's not going to fly. Number 5, you have trouble completing a project because you think there's always something more you can do to make it better. Yes, this is why I can't even do a video, because I think of one idea and then another idea and then another idea, and then I start thinking, oh, but then I got to put in these editing things. Oh, I should write it down. I think I need to script it. And meanwhile, 2 weeks has gone by. Number 6, you use the word should a lot. I should do this. They should do that. Yes, and I've definitely heard that you should not use the word should. It's a crappy word. Number 7, your self-confidence depends on what you accomplish and how others react to you. You strive for excellence and need validation from others to feel good. Yes, this has been me my entire life. I never went to therapy because my parents didn't believe in it, and I guess that just carried over because I'm almost 40 and I still have never seen a therapist. But so I guess what I'm saying is I've kind of therapied myself out of this somewhat, but I haven't been totally effective. But at least I'm aware of these things about myself. So I've been working more and more to not need that validation, but it's still there. Number 8, you tend to fixate on something you messed up. Yes. Okay. I don't know about you, but I've got so much better at this. Like, I started teaching yoga just a few months ago, actually. I did my training 3.5 years ago, but the timing wasn't perfect. So 2 months ago or 3 months ago, I started actually teaching. And man, you just stand up in front of a class and teach people something. Talk about the ups and downs and run the gamut of every kind of feedback, every kind of opinion, every kind of energy getting shot at you if you're like me and very sensitive to energy, good and bad, and everything in between. And you realize that you just have to be you. And I don't want to say it doesn't matter because it sounds callous. I mean, sure, I think that it's natural to care about how you affect other people, especially if you're calling yourself a teacher in any form or fashion. But you have to realize that you're not in control of what other people think and how they feel. And it's usually completely to do with themselves and not personal. So I'm getting better at that. I hope you are too. Number 9, you procrastinate or avoid situations where you think you might not excel. Yes, I do that. Yeah. Okay. So, can we all relate to that? So I'm not really sure what the point of this video is, more than just for me to get something on camera as real and raw and not perfect as possible, just to prove for myself that I can do it, and that it's okay, that the world isn't going to crumble, and that if I'm really serious about sharing all that I feel inside and that I have to share and making my own little space in this thing we call life, that I can't let perfectionism stop me. And you can't either. So that's all I have to say for now. If you want to hear more about perfectionism, Google it. All right. Till next time, be well.